Nobody knows more about Godfathers than I do. Nobody could argue with that. And there really is a Godfather in town. The Godfather of real estate, Keith Bassett. Now, I know he's a real McCoy because when I was out of town one day, Keith let half of the mob go into my office and engage in extortion attempts and threats of murder. Only a real Godfather could do that.
Keith, I was shocked, stunned, to hear that a group as distinguished as BOMA had taken leave of its senses and was going to honor you in some fashion this evening. But to be serious, Keith, you and I go back a lot of years. When I was Attorney General, we were officed in this building, the Bank of America building today, then known as Valley Bank, and I would see you from time to time. But really, when I came back from DC in 2001 and joined Lionel Sawyer and Collins, seeing your friendly face and your smile almost on a daily basis was something I always look forward to.
Let's go back to the Keith of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Was raised on a farm, did everything a farm child would do. But by his own bootstraps, he pulled himself up and kept going up and up and up. But then in 1975, he came here. And he founded a real estate company, basically, that took off like mad. But the most significant thing happened when he associated himself with a local developer named Irwin Mulaski. And he handled all of Mulaski's business properties in a managerial position.
When Irwin and Keith went after a project, they got it done.
They think we were unstoppable because we were probably the first to do things. We built the Bank of America Plaza, so we built the first high-rise office building downtown. That one was about 18 stories or so.
Irwin Mulaski's the Don of real estate, so the two kind of go together.
I brought Keith here to help me lease up a dream, which was this big, tall office building in Las Vegas. Never had anything like that. So the reason they said unstoppable was because we built things that nobody had ever built before.
The story goes that Keith was trying to put together a pretty important deal over by Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard, by the old Flamingo Hotel. This guy kept, giving him problems and everything, and it ended up being the owner of the Flamingo Hotel, Bugsy Siegel, and well, he messed with Keith, and we all know how Bugsy turned out. So there's lots of stories like that about how Keith comes across as being this really nice, sweet, gentle guy, but when you hear stories like that, I think you kind of wonder.
Oh, Godfather Keith, 14 years ago, you invited me to a lunch with the BOMA executives from Washington, D.C. I had this suspicion I was going to be had by the Godfather, and I was right. Before I knew it, I was on a plane to D.C. to set up the chapter for Nevada. Mission accomplished. By the way, I'm not sure that I ever thanked you for arranging that presidential welcome when I did get to D.C. So I thank you now.
He had developed his own business acumen and skill on his own, going to various real estate institutes, going everywhere as you could possibly learn and learn by management. And he was highly sought because of his professionalism.
Probably the most important thing is everybody trusts Keith, right? He's from the old school. His word is his bond. If you cut a deal with Keith, you don't have to put it down on paper. It's done, and it'll come to fruition the way everybody talked about. You don't have to look back at a document to determine what your rights are.
He fits the mold for what I needed, which is honesty in a broker. And tenants want to be told the truth, even though it's not what you think they want to hear. You have to tell them the truth. And that was Keith.
The same warm-hearted, giving person, involved in Catholic charities, involving in the Rotary Club.
Keith's been a part of the community. He made community work his work.
It's been a distinguished career, more than 30 years as a commercial real estate broker. This honor is well-deserved. Congratulations.
We are here tonight, Keith, to recognize you for your lifelong commitment to the real estate industry and this community. BOMA honors you. We all love you, and I thank you for showing us the way.
Congratulations, Keith, and what a wonderful honor that BOMA is giving you. Certainly well deserved and long overdue, maybe like 50 years overdue.
Okay, Keith, time for a drink.